righty, we're gonna say it is 5:30. Let's call the planning commission to order. Let's do a roll call.
James Hamilton.
Here.
Wayne Bryant.
Here.
Ron Sharon.
Here.
Craig Murray.
Here.
Justin Torrey.
Here.
Brock Ellis.
Here.
All right, has everybody been able to look over the minutes from November 6th meeting? If so, if there's any objections or anything, I'd entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the same. The ayes have it. All right, let's get down to some old business. What do you say? Consideration of the final plat for Spring Hill Estates Phase 6 and 7. Take it away, Mr. Steve.
If you will look on the table next to Tommy, you all can go by and take a look. There is Phase 6 and 7 of Spring Hill Estates. We have reviewed them and blessed them. We'll need the final vote for approval. I will be, if you're ready to go, I'll get a hold of the folks at Hawkins Weir. Kyle Salyer called me today, and I told him that in the interest of sanity, he didn't need to be here. We've been through this thing 3 times, and you can look at the counts of the lots and how they're gonna fit. And I'm just proud that somebody else has got that headache on building out there and not myself, because
There's a lot of rock out there.
there's rock.
Yeah, I figured we live on a mountain just right over a couple streets over, and it's rock.
That rock ridge runs through, they'll be busy.
Yep.
But when they get out there and they get everything in, they're gonna have some good places out there. They're gonna have some nature behind them with the lake, and that's the best thing. So if you want to look and review, we're welcome to do that. There are, in your correspondence, you'll see the trail of the emails that went through and how we've worked each step through. And the health department's happy and ready. And, we've got, Matt, how many more water meters we got coming?
200.
We'll go through those pretty quick, won't we?
Quick.
Sounds like a lot to set.
Job security for him.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything they want on this, or have any chance? This is the last call for you.
They plan on building that lake back up?
They don't, Blake and Beam don't own that. It's still belongs to the trust.
Oh, okay.
You
They
think
had-
that Brooks Norris bought it?
Did he buy the lake?
Yeah, he bought 50-something acres right there.
It doesn't show on the transfer.
Yeah, it's not on the sheet yet, but it was the road going in, part of the road, that easement and everything, and then there was 27 acres encompassing the lake, and then a bunch of like water mitigation area stuff. So
These 2 guys back here, this guy right here can tell you about restoring a lake. There's one at the Air Guard at Snyder's Swamp, and I had to dig Snyder's Swamp out and built the dam and everything for it. My guys put it together, so when they get ready, let me know. I've been there. Been there.
All right, does anybody else want to look at the plans or anything? If not, how about a motion to approve the final plat for Spring Hill Estates Phase 6 and 7?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a second. Roll call vote.
James Hamilton.
Yes.
Wayne Bryant.
Yes.
Ron Sharon.
Yes.
Craig Murray.
Yes.
Justin Torrey.
Yes.
Brock Ellis.
Yes.
Moving right along, consideration of the final plat for Project Venus.
This one you need to look at. There's 3 copies. Don't sign them. I have one over that way. You've got one out here. Yeah. You can put that one over there, and then we'll work this in. This is the survey
classes around.
For the Sebastian County Storm Shelter,
That's all you need to do.
the warehouse.
It's crushed those.
What you talking about?
That's it.
It's a big one on the other side. You think looking at it, saving on the lot.
See that one
They
over there?
wanting to build in there.
Yeah, I already looked at it too.
You really don't realize how much land is out there until you look about that 60 acres where that building sits, and all of a sudden you're going, whoa, there's a whole lot there. And there's 20 acres that's south of there that's never been touched, and somebody else may buy that one, and that's the one that, so. If you'll notice in the very right up corner of that,
Oh, this is
there's a
before I
place
got
where
here.
Greg will sign as the chairman, there's one underneath it, I sign as administrator. Somebody
saw the
sign a
large-
witness, and
Yeah,
they
they
take
done
it to
that.
Greenwood and file it.
Yeah.
And, these folks know what they're doing. They actually, we didn't have to give them basic instructions of how to find the survey pins or the monuments, either one out there.
How many people will that hold?
What, that Sebastian County
Here's-
Storm
here's the
Shelter?
curve, the old main gate right
800,000 square foot, that's, yeah,
It's built
warehouse
right
would
here.
take everybody in town and
There's
most of the
22.
county.
Oh, wow.
Here, this is that
Okay.
little area in front of them, you know, that,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, heck.
It's 60
what I'm
dock
understanding.
spaces.
Oh, heck.
They're gonna have they're gonna run 160 tractor trailer rigs a day through there, is
Wow.
the plan. And they got parking for
They've already got the ribbon on it.
320 trailers.
Wow.
And then 300 and something
That's
car
impressive.
car spots, right?
Down here
Right
where
there
the
at
old
Mahogany.
barracks were. Mahogany,
On
where the old
22.
barracks were. Now, they've also bored under the, highway or the traffic signal that's interlocked with the railroad so that we won't pick off a train coming out of there. They got it tied up, and they're gonna tie it up to Casey's, and they bored under, or have bored, may have got through under the interstate, and they're coming this way to go under Frontier Road and tie in, and it's gonna be on camera, video control.
How long until they'll have like the signal out there at Mahogany?
Probably at the end of February, they'll have it up.
Will it be functional or just at that
We
point?
think it's gonna be up
Oh, and working and stuff?
and working.
Cool.
They'll have to get the bugs out of it, but they've already, there will be some people here from VTRE on Thursday of this week, I believe it is.
They're getting with it.
They're getting with it, they're aiming on finishing, and like I said, that's the Sebastian County Storm Shelter. But that, do you see anything crazy about this, anything weird, strange, bad, good, or indifferent?
How far does our city limits go in behind?
South of there,
Goes to Tuscany, right?
it goes on down about, 4 blocks, and it goes down to where you can look and you see the pump station that belongs to Lavaca and Central. You see the Central Pump Station down there? That's the street that there's a monument in the center of the road out there. And, Fourscreen got one monument, and they're gonna have, they know where it is, they gotta reestablish it, but in the center of those roads, there's a brass plate that marks and has the names of the towns and which way it goes out there. There's,
I'm just curious on how far in behind there, whether there was any land
Oh,
inside the city
yeah,
limits.
there is, there's probably, 500 feet or more south of there that goes. The other thing is that, it's just like a lot of things, the surveyors, but the paving crew, all they were focused on was just, let's get it paved, and they zapped the monument, but I'd already talked to, they're gonna reset it. The south monument's still intact. But, other than that, it's ready to go.
All right, anybody else want to discuss it? If not, we'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Got a
I'll
motion to
second.
approve Who's got the second?
Second.
Yes.
Second right over there for Justin. Roll call vote.
James Hamilton,
Yes.
Wayne Bryant,
Yes.
Ron Cheryl,
Yes.
Justin Torrey,
Yes.
and Brooke Ellis.
Yes.
Now, y'all will have to bring those back, each of those sheets, cause Greg's gotta autograph them while he's here. He has,
Yep.
with his civilian job at Walmart, they,
All right, consideration of preliminary plat for Ashton Place cottages.
okay, guys,
This is good.
you're on. What do you got?
Oh, do I need to talk about it?
Oh, yeah.
So we had, I think, did Miss Kim print out the revised
Yeah.
drawings?
Yeah.
So basically, we've changed up the layout a little bit. The rows and everything remain the same. We've gone from 25 overall doors to 30. But the building counts themselves remain.
This is, what we've got here in the dark copy is what's under construction right now and what's planned, right? In the first phase,
So there are gonna be some triplexes
it's
or?
like that?
Well,
Yes, sir. So what we've done is, like where this right here is a threeplex.
Mm-hmm.
The last plan showed that as maybe like a duplex, and so we've just adjusted the actual unit
Okay.
themselves, but the buildings are gonna remain
Built,
the
okay,
same.
the same.
Yes, sir. Same streets and all that, so we'll
Okay.
have a few more
Okay.
units, so the only change.
Yeah.
same number of buildings, but more doors, how, what do you got?
Yeah, so we've got single units, 2 fourplexes.
Okay,
So we've changed up, well, the owners have changed.
okay,
one, two,
see,
maybe
I thought it was just
fourplexes to
duplexes.
3, but yeah, so there's
So there'll be
different mixes.
threeplexes and fourplexes and,
Yes, sir.
and single unit housing too?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but I think the reason for the change was I guess they, like a survey that they had done to see what the requirements were gonna be for it. 'Cause
how many single unit housing lots are gonna be available? Do you know?
Single, I don't off the top of my head, no, sir.
In the first phase, there's not any standalone one bedroom. But there's a lot of single units, but they're just touching each other.
Yeah.
Triplexes and quads.
I see.
But they're one bedroom units in each of those.
Uh-huh.
There's 30 total units. So 1, 2, 3.
25
There's 4 buildings that are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 buildings that are 2 or 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
The rest are, 1 bedroom units.
And it's gonna be gated?
I'm sorry?
Is it gonna be gated, or did I misunderstand?
No,
Okay,
sir, no. This first phase, I mean, this will be basically independent living level,
yeah,
so they won't be, and they may develop it on into all the way to nursing home care if they can. We're building with that capability.
yeah.
that They'll be independent.
Will you be building kitchens in those?
These are not, these are all residential, correct?
That's my understanding.
That's residential zoned right there, isn't it? Or is that, is that commercial at all?
I'm not sure if it's on that.
Yeah, that's zoned, it's zoned for the same as the, nursing home, SP.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know one thing that we're looking at doing on these would be the ICF walls of cast concrete.
We have connections with that architect. He's working on the fire station for Tommy. So he and Tommy will have lots of conversations.
Stretch, do you understand what you're
what do you
saying?
think about Mr. Core going from the duplexes to the
Yeah.
3 and 4
They,
single and?
It helps if you have them sprinkled.
Is it like a buffer or?
well,
Well, there's space, the buildings are
This is where
spaced,
their
but there's a
original
courtyard in
building
between
is
them,
there.
so that
This is where they.
you have,
This
if
is
you
where
look
they're
at
building
here,
now, and then they're gonna
they'll
be
have,
here.
in the center part,
Yeah.
there are 3 on the west end, and there's
Landlocked.
2 courtyards between them,
If
2
you have- if
walkways.
something
Then there's
blocks
a
this,
open space
how
in
you gonna get
between,
back
and then there's 3 east of them, okay?
'Cause there's no,
Then the roads, the main roads are also functioning, so
I'm
that
not
on
trying
the
to cause
left, if you're
crimes or
going in
anything
the
else, but-
north road, there's a
you know,
set
it wouldn't take
there,
much.
Yeah.
and then on the south road, opposite set, but
Railroad
2
tracks
more
are right
buildings.
down through
Yeah.
here.
So what you've done
This
is,
is the backside of that.
instead of having it like over here on the
Today's,
triangle,
Yeah,
these are separated
Across from Catholic.
by road.
by roads.
I got you. I
In
know
other
what
words,
you're talking about. I
I
know.
I just went to, I went to a meeting
A Street
today
is in
where
here, and then there's residential area.
they are gonna allow 5-foot
I mean, I can
setbacks
understand not
off
wanting to
the
bring it from
property
the outside,
line,
but there's gotta be a
40
drop-off area somewhere.
foot lots.
What do you do if this gets blocked?
40-foot lots,
Everywhere
5-foot
else you go
setbacks.
around.
So you're gonna have 30-foot wide for the house to set.
As far as I-
But
as
the
far as I
lot's
can see.
150-foot deep,
Oh, yeah.
You're out
which
here.
means that
Okay,
they're gonna
Lot,
design
lot.
it in long with the garage frontal,
okay,
these,
yeah, I
all
see.
2-story
Okay, yeah,
building.
I can see. So this is the entry to the existing building.
And the,
Okay.
probably if you look at it, 1,
of times
2,
we already-
3,
if
4,
something
5,
happens there,
6, 7.
Right.
Everybody off in there. But if
The
that's
width is
the-
gonna be all but about the last 10
yeah,
foot
I
of
can
this room.
understand that.
And the building will
But you'd
be
think if there was a road
There
there,
you going in there, you going.
twice the length of the
There's a
room
road there,
because
why
of the
wouldn't they open this up
150-foot
to the
lot
parking?
width or
Yeah,
depth.
and you're gonna have several units.
Well, that's a single house.
Is that all they require is a 5-foot setback?
That's what Fort Smith
Yeah,
has
that's-
agreed
that's
to go to, and they're already doing it in Northwest Arkansas.
Okay.
okay, I can understand.
What do you think about that, Mr.
I
Chief?
guess the elevation's on the back.
Yeah, I was just worried about.
5-foot setbacks allow 10 feet between buildings.
You
Yeah.
know darn well if something happens, it's gonna.
Right, it's gonna be.
the
What do you like that? Or you rather more, huh?
I don't like anything close together, but,
Yeah.
you know,
The materials, the difference in where you and I think about some of these houses that are up here
Uh-huh.
on the hill, the materials have changed, they're altogether from what we had before. The other thing is that we've seen is, in a case like this, the sprinkling, when you do construction like this, is it 13 or 13A?
13R,
13R, which is residential.
they're talking about not doing that.
Jason will have to look and see what he's got. But that's one of the things you have to do. In other words, if you don't, you're gonna be building all concrete.
So what you're saying is they're more fireproof or fire retardant now?
Yeah.
So it's all that little 10-foot gaps, all that, wow.
I was just saying, these are very different critter. I don't know if y'all heard that. We're building them out of ICS. They're gonna be tornado shelters, so the people can stay right there.
Yeah.
Sirens go off, they don't have to move them.
That's good.
So they're, ICFs are the styrofoam blocks you fill with concrete. So
Concrete,
they're
yeah.
Concrete all the way around, and then the roof is recessed. It's flat, but it's recessed down inside, 3 foot inside that outside wall. And that's the whole idea, is so they don't have to move these elderly people when the sirens go off. And
Will there be kitchens in these? Oh, they can cook there too.
they're not gonna use them.
Go ahead.
They're there, but they don't ever use them. They'll provide all the meals for them, but
Okay.
if they want to, there'll be little gardens. There'll be, the whole idea is that they can have a pet. Because in the facility, they can't have a pet.
That's great.
So they have their own little place, they can shelter there in a tornado, and they can have a dog or cat, or they can't in the big building. And that's the whole concept. These guys got pretty excited a couple weeks ago. They're a pretty big company, and their CFO has not really wanted to spend money here, because he was thinking, well, it's Barling. So they came down, me and Rick spent 2 hours with them showing what's happening in Barling, and they left pretty Maybe.
We're a lot easier to get along with, too.
That is the truth. Absolutely.
That's dang sure. It looks good.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. Anybody else got any questions for them?
There's a big plus in this.
Thank you.
The big plus is the utility lines surround this. The only place that you don't have a water connection is on the south boundary. But you got the sewer feed already there.
Yeah.
But you got water to the front and the north and the east. From a utility standpoint. Now, the other part about the pig lot depth, you know, I hope y'all stockpile that rich dirt somewhere for the landscapers.
Big old-
This
there's
is
a big
July
old pile back
14th.
there.
Yeah, this is July 21.
Yeah, the landscapers
It didn't take 2 weeks.
This is July 21.
sprout up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what, okay, yeah.
Rich stuff. I didn't know why.
This is December.
But now that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what was there.
Yeah. They grew some of the biggest vegetables in that garden they had down there you've ever seen.
Any new business, Steve?
Yeah, just a little bit.
9.
Do we have to approve that preliminary?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
think we
we
had-
definitely could.
I thought this was just a discussion of the preliminary.
It just said approval, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, is there anything that, what do you all need from us about a blessing on this? Because you know, Jason's gonna be working with Tommy to make sure that,
Exactly. Yeah, and he's redrawing those because they decided to add washer and dryers to each one, so he's redrawing those right now to add that. But, and he'll be working with Tommy on, sprinkling and all that. But we just wanted you to know we changed that plot up a little bit in the buildings and, didn't affect the roads, didn't affect the utilities, didn't change any of that. We just didn't want to do anything out without y'all knowing it.
yeah, well, we want, the biggest thing is that for us here, and it's easy, we're here, okay, and, Greg can be accessed real easy. Justin's working at close hand out here in the middle of nowhere. Ron's retired. You got the gentleman on the far end down here, Wayne Bryant, he's up at Mercy Crest. Stretch Hamilton's retired. So if you gotta have a board convened, he's self-employed, okay? So if you gotta have a board, we can get it together for what you need, okay? You got Matt that's here full-time, Tommy full-time, myself, and Flo. And so the police chief is here, and when you get ready to set up the street lights and things like that out there, come see us, 'cause we like to have plenty of lights so that we have improved shooting lanes at night in case you have a problem. Okay.
It says the builder would like to move forward with 911 addressing and building permits. Is that today?
Yeah, we will need to bless this part when you get it ready, because we have to go down to see Wapadiddy, and Shannon will get you, she will take this and she'll send, what's his name, Rosenberg, come out, and he'll take the magic wand, and they'll give you address for each of those structures. And that way, and here's the part if they haven't talked to you about it, when you come in, if you're gonna build all the phase at one time, say you're gonna build the first ones you've got circled, we'll identify each building, because Kim sets that up so that when they call for an inspection, whether it's Joe Kalen goes out or Kevin or his father-in-law, who's the electrical inspector from years ago, Terry Wells, they'll go out and they will go right to that building. The other thing that they hadn't told you, and you may remember from Ground Zero, is your building permit is all on one. Everything, the sections are on there. And I had a call, they took the call from Van Buren, and they're looking at revamping it. They're looking at our permit plan, where we want your contractor's number, your sub's number, who it is that's laying the tile or the plumbing or whatever. But you, as the contractor, or for your case, the owner, has one permit. You don't have to pay again. We don't nickel and dime you unless you screw it up and we gotta re-inspect it. But if you do it right the first time, you're through. Just keep working. And then all the inspection calls come in to Kim. The Wapatiti guys, as soon as they know what the plan is, that's when they'll spot, and each of those buildings will have a GPS, a GIS number, so we'll know exactly how. And it makes it go so fast. Tommy doesn't have to wander around about what building it is or where you're at, and that permit is out there, and you put it by number and code, and that's the easiest way and the slickest way to do it. And it's a whole lot less work on us, and it makes it a whole lot easier for you guys, 'cause you're having to corral sub over in building 3, and he may be doing something that you don't need him to be doing, and it works a lot better.
So as we go through this, would it be something that we could look at doing, maybe if we do an overall permitting it in 2 different phases?
That's right.
If we got, say, like the north half completed, and then we were able to get C of O on it before the south,
Yep.
would that be something?
And we've done sequential C of Os. When you have a phase that you have to get done and you need to occupy, then that permit and that C of O will be, and it will be noted on there where it is for. And that way, we don't wake up and find that somebody's homesteading, okay? And we've not had that issue, but some towns have. But this is the simplest way, and you've got access to all the folks here, and you know who we are and what we do, and that's big
So
battles.
we're good to proceed getting 911 addressing, and then the next step will be getting you guys the final plans for approval.
Yeah.
On the building side, and then moving forward permitting after that.
Yeah. And what happens is you guys get, when Jason gets the exact plan, the building plan on here,
Yes, sir.
that's when we need to come in and say, okay, here's the preliminary plan, this is the definitive of where we're going. And then the board will convene and they'll bless it and sprinkle holy water, and you'll be on your way, okay? And then the next one that comes in it'll be like this one, which is after you get it set up and the boundaries, is the final plat that goes down there. And in between there and the final plat, your building will come in with the building permits and the sections that you work.
So I need to get those plans to you. in the
That's as
next-
soon as you can get
in
it.
the next 3.5 weeks, before the next meeting.
30 minutes.
Okay. If we get them sooner, y'all still just meet once a month, though?
Just once a month, yeah,
Got it.
unless we have a dire emergency.
So we couldn't approve anything now, huh?
Well, we don't have, there's gonna be some changes made, they're gonna have
Yeah.
changes on the ground, so
Yeah.
that's the best. That way, they know where they're going, and we know where we're going.
Yep.
The other thing is we don't believe in belaboring anything, and I'm through.
That's it? All right.
Anybody else?
Yep.
Thank you fellas for coming.
Will you have to have another meeting though to approve the architecturals, or is it something that?
For the drawing of the architectural, I'll be looking at basically.
Trying to make sure I'm chasing the right
Uh,
stuff.
Yeah, when you get ready to do the buildings, we'll need the sets, and one of them will go to Terry Wells and Kevin Pixley, and Joe Kalen will have one, and Tommy will have one, and he'll be checking fire hydrant placement and fire protection. The police will look at the ones that I've got, looking, which way are we going, which way did they go? And to see, what's happening. For Matt and them, if you have it on, each one of these cottages has a water meter, and they're gonna be, I don't know how they're gonna be billed, your business model will tell us that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want it on a unit meter, and you have demand meters in each cottage, but that whole building may is paid in one. You may have it where each apartment or each living space has its own meter, and they pay. And that's up to you. We just need to know what your thoughts are on the billing, because Matt has got, we bought, what,
We got 200 coming, and then you told me to order another 200, so total we have 400 coming, but it'll be a little bit.
now, the things that you'll like is that when you run the utility lines and you run them in there, all we have to know is, and why you have to get the plan down, the plot plan of where the building's gonna be, is you put the utility line in and you tap it, and then you have your space in there, if you're gonna have a meter. We'll put the meter in and that's it. You run the lines on. Okay, that way, that tap is, we don't have to dig the yard up twice.
We'll do the meter sets in the boxes and you guys drop the meter.
That's right. That's right. And that's, and the thing about it is if we do it that way, you don't have to, you're not out there digging and, and you know how there's be guys that'll run gas lines in a water chase and then they'll do dumb stuff, so, you're right there where you can throttle them. And
So I'm a little confused. So are your architecturals will change, but your
Yeah.
plat is,
This is the final plat. That's-
Okay.
that you have.
so these buildings aren't changing. It's just gonna be the architecturals changing, whether you have to sprinkle or not, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the plans yet from Jason? Okay.
No.
But yeah, these civils though that you've got there, those are our final ones.
No, I've got,
We'll get to work on, gathering up the, architecturals and get them to you guys. I'll get them to you as soon as I can, and then, anything you guys need or questions you have. just let me know.
okay,
I'll just send them to Kim.
yeah, we'll get them on through.
Okay.
That way, and basically, if we have anything that happens during the month, like an emergency, we can at least maybe scare up a committee to take a look at it and see if there's something. If you find gold out there, or coal, or hit gas or oil, well, let us know.
All right.
First Monday of the month after the first.
First Monday of the month after the first.
Yep.
Was there
No new business. Any reports or anything you got?
I will tell you about the the crossing down here on 22, probably be removed in the spring. I've got a message about that.
Are they
Because-
ripping it completely?
Yeah, and well, we're probably gonna put it over on Strozier.
Oh, okay.
Chad Colley.
Huh?
Chad Colley, right?
Oh, Chad
Chad Colley, yeah. Well, Strozier to me, but anyhow. Okay. It's Chad Colley.
So there'll no longer be any crosswalk on 22?
They,
Okay.
they sent a message about how to obliterate it and how to move it, and I told them, I said, it would probably be there till the end of the school year, and then it'll be gone. And the reason is because they pick up all the kids north of 22 on the bus.
Mhm.
They do a drive-by with the bus, and every kid that goes to school, they throw them on board and wheel them over to the grade school, and they're
I like
there.
that better than them walking across the.
Better than crossing 22 highway.
Oh, yeah.
A great danger in
I've
the
done my
morning.
fair share of crossing 22.
Oh, man, when we were
going to
kids.
school back in the day.
When we were kids, my sister about got hit one time. That's dangerous, very dangerous. You got a staff and officer there.
There's not enough police power to slow them down in the morning. You'd have traffic backed all the way out to the
Yeah.
other end of town from all the
Sure.
speeders.
Yeah.
And
All
Stretch,
right.
how many years did y'all have patrol that to try to flag them down, and luckily nobody got killed?
We used to park a car there every afternoon.
Yeah.
It was standard. I think we only had, there'd be about one a year get clipped.
Probably 'cause they knew y'all were there.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of it too, because they see that unit and, well, everybody in here, you see one of those units and first thing you do is take your foot off the gas.
Yeah.
'Cause you just don't know, you
Yeah.
know? And,
Nobody got time for that.
so there for a while, we didn't have enough people. We parked a car there,
Yeah.
tinted the windows and parked the car and they didn't know.
Okay.
All
We wouldn't
right.
tell anyone that.
Nobody's from the public here, so, Ron, you wanna do the honors?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion to adjourn, do I have a second? Got a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned, folks.
Thank you
Have a
guys.
great day.